Hello, everyone.
What's up? How you guys doing? This is new experience, man. We get to experience a chapter, not a whole volume, but a chapter at a week, every week now, with you guys. Some of you might have waited. Some of you probably already read the chapter. I think that'd be dope though if you read along with us too. Like, it's only been out for a few hours, so you can wait. You can wait. You can't wait.
Yeah, definitely let us know if you do choose to read along with us. Likely what we're going to do, again, just so you guys can get the dual reaction aspect of our channel down, we're going to have someone read it first, the other person be off camera, off mic, and then we're going to call them back in. So,
Yep.
Final chapter, huh? All right. And wrap it up.
Imagine. But wait,
Oh,
what?
gosh.
Jump cancels them. Yeah, 214. Yeah, we're gonna cancel it right here, right now.
The last panel is Tozuka unplugging the computer.
Wow.
Zoom.
I wonder what the reception would be if somebody were to do some shit like that.
Oh, just like end it like mid-story or like mid-conclusion.
And putting like some kind of meta element to it, like you just said, like pulling the plug, like actually drawing himself do that. That's wild. I instinctively read the leaks. Oopsie. Oh, you one of those guys, huh? You one of them leak guys, huh?
I can't read leaks, man.
Hell no, I can't do that either. Hell no. I
Not
mean,
my type of experience.
And as a manga reactor, I just can't do that. I wouldn't want to, regardless, but I just can't do that. Then they got to dodge them. I hate that. Hate seeing them ashy ass scans on Twitter or something, and I gotta keep scrolling so I don't get spoiled because they didn't put a name, a character name, or the chapter number in the post, but instead they just put a picture. It's bad. What's up, Lauren?
All right, so we got Vince, someone, Kebab 316, as Vante just said. Lauren's here. Anyone else that's new or a returning viewer, just comment in the chat so we can welcome you to today's stream.
Don't worry, Fuuko and Andy's son Buko will be the protagonist of the sequel.
Stop it. I thought it was Unseen Unchanged. I thought that was a sequel.
Right. Depending on how this manga ends, Tozuka can like completely change it, or not technically change it, but focus on a romance element. No powers, no more just romance, just seeing different characters romance, and it'll be fine because he knows how to write romance other than 90% of other mangaka. Sorry we caught astray, but it is what it is, man.
Write better love stories.
Yep. What are some other chapters you guys read today so far that came out on Jump/Viz?
Sorry, had to sneeze.
Bless
Kane Banashi. Let's see. I am actually planning a catch-up series of streams for One Piece at the end of the month. So I will eventually get back into the weekly One Piece, or bi-weekly.
Undead Unluck is the only manga you read, someone? Nice.
I've heard Centuria is flames, just based off the one shot, because that's what you're talking about, Vince, the kaiju manga.
Oh, the light novel romance of Undead Unluck. Oh, okay. Only in Japanese. Well, I gotta learn Japanese then, I guess.
Again, if I ever learn Japanese, I'm reading Kingdom. For sure.
Why?
It's never coming to English.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Damn.
Do you know about Kingdom? Like, anything?
I mean, I just know it's like is it like a war type? Well, I know there's a war in it, but I don't know if it's like that's like the main theme.
It's kind of like feudal Japan and like the the Warring States period, I think it's called.
Okay.
And it's got like 80 volumes, so like at this point, any publisher that picks it up in the States would be insane to do so.
Damn. Oh, you posted the English fan translation, the light novel. Okay, bet. No music today? I just realized.
No, it's music.
Bro, I don't
Can you hear it? Can you guys hear the background music?
I don't even hear the I don't even see the orange boundary thing that's usually around either.
Oh, that's something on your end then, because I can definitely see it on my end.
Yeah, I don't see it. I'm looking at my camera. I still don't see it.
Vontae's in the subspace. Oh no.
Let me check YouTube. Okay.
Is this the last break week for My Hero? Is it going to be officially over next week?
Wait, what'd you say?
I was asking if My Hero is ending next week.
No. I think it's
two more.
Two more, I think, or three more. Either or, I forget. It's either 2 or 3. But he keeps
3 more chapters. Okay. Welcome, Gavin.
Actually, it is kind of good that I can't hear it because sometimes I like miss something that you say because it's like in my ear, the music.
Oh,
so
sorry.
It's cool. But I seen it though when I switched. I seen it pop up, so I see it on my phone camera, but not on my iPad. I don't know why. It's all good. Sakamoto Days, One Piece, and Undead Unluck, and JJK. Nice.
Okay, that's a good little mix.
YouTube has hit my channel again, man. It's like
block some stuff.
No, it's like the views just like cap at like right now both One Piece and JJK have 60 a piece. Usually JJK is a lot more. One Piece is roughly around the same, but even slightly a little bit more. But I don't mind it though. I think YouTube just does that every other month, just because I don't know why, but they do it.
Thank you, Chiro. We appreciate it. This has been a wonderful experience. And then, as I said in the community post for our My Hero video that got delayed because it's getting blocked by a certain musical company over in Japan. If you guys want to chat with us on a more frequent basis, I did post the Discord link in the chat. So feel free to come on in.
Yes, sir. Talk with us, talk to other people about anything manga related, anime related, or anything else. We're probably going to have some more channels in there too for people. Like maybe music, games, stuff like that. We'll see. If you guys want it, of course. Sunday fun days.
Chainsaw Man on a bi-weekly schedule now?
I think so. Yeah, okay. Every Tuesday, I think. I do feel like I see it every other week. See who's on break this week. See, all 3 manga that I read on my channel, they keep going on break. They take turns, I swear. Like first is Horikoshi, and then it's Gege, then it's Oda. I'm like, what are y'all doing, man? Stop. I want to read all 3.
They coordinate. They go on vacation together. That's my headcanon.
I swear. Because MHA is back next week. JJK is on break this next week. Oda's back. Well, Oda was back last time too, but yeah, they still take turns. Sometimes it'd be 2 out of 3. I'm like, come on, guys. Come on. Especially with Horikoshi. Why do you think that those breaks are even a thing right now if he's already like at the end?
Because I think it's just for his health. Honestly.
Think so? Yeah. Because he's right there. It's been like literally since they announced the last 5 chapters, he's been on break after each one. So he'll drop a chapter, break, drop a chapter, break, drop. I don't mind it though. It gets to prolong the series for me a little longer.
Plus, it depends on like if he wanted to do more or if he wanted to end it here and make a sequel series later. So there's some wiggle room either way.
Mm-hmm. I want to make sure he nails the end. I think he's doing a great ass job too with it. Like he's wrapping things up really well within only 5 chapters. It's not rushed either. It's it's been pretty good. Kind of reminds me of the pace that Oda is starting to go in.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, George?
Welcome.
But yeah, I can't wait for your One Piece stream though. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be fun. I know some great stuff is upcoming, and I cannot wait.
Because by the time you probably stream it, I think the arc would probably be over. Like it's really like it should end very soon. Next 2 chapters or so.
Welcome, Quetzal.
Welcome.
All right, guys. So we got a pretty good unlucky, which is ironic given the series number of viewers. We got 13 viewers in here. All right, and that will also hopefully allow us to break the tiebreaker. So please vote in the chat who you'd like to experience this chapter first, Vante or myself. I'm Twitchy, by the way, in case you guys are new here.
Like yourself, who are you?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, the IQ React, I can't wait either.
Mm-hmm.
I've been
So
wanting.
Vante has watched how many seasons of it? 3, or have you caught up? Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. I am completely blind outside of one scene that I know of. 2 scenes, but
I read a little bit of the movie. You guys, if you're a Haikyuu fan, you know what the movie is based off of. I read a little bit of that, and then I ended up stopping because I was reading some other stuff at the time. And then I was like, you know what? I think I want to reread it or rewatch it. And then so it happened that we decided, oh, why not react to it on YouTube? Use one of my camera reactions, so no voice. All right.
All right, fair enough. All right, so 1 vote for Vante's no audio reaction. Any other votes? What is Blood waffling about? Who knows? He's probably saying like, "Oh, kid could beat Shanks."
You know what's funny? I actually wasn't saying anything. I was just mouthing.
Jacking his jaws.
Oh yeah, if you guys One Piece fans, for the anime, I gotta watch the episode, but I seen some of it on Twitter. Damn. I'm sorry for the fans of Kitto. Sorry.
All right, so Gavin and someone both voted for me. Quetzal, 3-1.
Come back? No comeback. Okay.
Can we do a vote in chat?
Actually, you can. I'm not on YouTube on my end, but yeah, you can put a poll up.
Let me see if I can do that.
Then 1 vote for Kovany's car.
Stop it. Oh, God. Well, I gotta find out how to switch from my, not necessarily a burner account, but just the one I actually like watching videos on. Oh, I haven't added Mugen on here. I just have my own personal channel. Well, all right. Sucks to suck. We'll do it next time. Okay. All right. Last call for votes. Got 3-1 for me.
All right. You can just start us off.
Okay. Sounds good.
Izuku shoes. That's so stupid.
Oh, those Air Jordans. All right, get out of here. Let's get this new chapter going. Okay, guys, so just as a quick reminder, I like reading on the single page format for the chapters. I am reading this on a separate tab than the actual StreamYard tab itself. So if you put anything in the comment section, I'm not going to see it to the end. I'll quickly take a look just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. All right, good to go. Let's get into this. Moscow, Russia. Yes, she just went into the bathroom. Apparently, today is her only free day before the upcoming fashion show. She has 2 bodyguards with her. Must be tough being a famous model and having people keep tabs on you on your days off and whatnot. 214 promise. She's taking an awfully long time. I'll go check on her. Damn, she got us. And they're likely speaking in Russian. That's why they have the brackets. Tatiana disappeared? I'm sorry. She's freaking out in the background. It seems she slipped out the bathroom window. Search for her. She went in with a bag, so she might be in disguise. Keep your eyes peeled for a girl that's 130 centimeters. Roger. We should search for her too. She couldn't have gotten far. This is bad, huh? Tatiana's tragedy should occur in a crowd of people. I had assumed that it happened at the fashion show she's scheduled to appear at, but it could very well happen on these streets full of people. If it manifests here, there's a chance she won't just blow away the people, but the city itself. All right, they do have most of the crew here. Did they have Kururu tied up? She's on a leash. Oh my god. All right, so most of our well-beloved characters. Billy's kind of sweating in the back. We need to hurry. Where would Miss Tatiana be likely to go? Trendy clothing stores. Sweet shops. There's countless places she could be. Let's split up and find her. Huh? My daughter's missing too. Betty? Huh? Betty! Okay, Tatiana. Got a wig on. This is my first free day in a while. The last thing I want right now is an entourage tailing me. Then again, if I do anything to stand out, everyone will realize who I am. I managed to disguise myself a bit, but they say I have a distinctive voice. It's a shame, but I guess I'll have to limit myself to a casual stroll around town. That should be enough to reinvigorate me. All right, she's ordering from the crepes stand. A little girl out by herself? That's not safe. Sheesh, what are her parents thinking? What I do to give them a piece of my mind. Shoot! And it's written in Russian. Well done, Tozuka. Oh well, it's none of my business. I barely managed to get this free day once a year. She looks back. So good! Thank you, Miss Girl. They called this blee blee, right? No, it's bleenie. What am I even doing? I slipped free just to wind up babysitting some kid. So where are your parents? Huh? What do you mean? They're right here. Right, Dad? D? Oh no. Where are... You have to keep it down. They'll find me. Here. Oh no. Before I turn to the next page, this... I'm not even going to say it out loud, but you guys know what I'm thinking. Here. This is a charm from my favorite country. I'll stay with you till you find your parents. I promise. So don't cry anymore. Okay. All right. Rip and Latla, Sean, Chikara, Gina. We got baby girl of Billy and Tatiana with a black wig. We got Tella, Billy, and I think probably the mom. We got Kuru, Fuuko, and Julia. And then we have Shen and Mui. This is Chikara. She's not at any of the designer boutiques. I'll try the next place. Please try your best, Kinney. If we can spot her from above, it would be one and done. Sign, I am very tired. This is Rip. Eyewitnesses report seeing her at the bun shop 2 hours ago. They say she's wearing a tulip hat. She's used to being monitored. She's a tough one. Miss Fuuko, don't stop me. If I fire off here, then Betty will take note. The police will get here before she does. Stop him. I get it. If we don't know where she is. Mr. Nico, I have a request. Sorry, Betty. Huh? We probably should have stayed put, but I panicked back there and wanted to get away. It's okay. You made a promise, remember? Pinky swear? You're a tough kid, you know? It's Daddy! I hear Daddy's voice. Huh? Daddy! Irk. Betty, I've been looking everywhere for you. Where were you? A lot of places. All's well that ends well. Huh? All by yourself? Nuh-uh. I was with Miss Girl. What? Huh? I don't see her. Click. Oh, he's using the echolocation from the Spurs. That height, that straight posture, is that her? Fuuko, this is... Everyone, please listen up. We're wrangling Tatiana to the square. I need everyone over here. Okay, got a little containment thing. Comes down like the Iron Man Hulkbuster suit. If she's the Tatiana I know, she'll come here for sure. Ah, Mr. Billy, sorry, any updates? No, but I did find Betty. That's good news. She's probably shaken up, so you should take care of her. Leave the rest to us. Oh, she starts running away in his vision, so he's going to have a personalized talk with her. Revolution Square. And that looks like her... Uh-oh. That looks like her containment unit. Rabble, rabble. Fwah! There she is! Oh my goodness, it's so cute! A Pan-Panda dress-up mascot. Adorable. I would wear that without a second of hesitation. She's here, just like the Pan-Panda's official social media account said. Which is that one? Could it be some kind of limited edition Pan-Panda? I have to get a closer look. Oh? Okay, so the wig comes off. Tatiana! Huh? No way. Why is she here? Is this a photo shoot? Oh no. Whoa, it's really her. Tatiana, please give me your autograph. Why? I was so close. I became a model to make Daddy and Mommy and everyone happy, and to be able to touch and interact with all sorts of people. But black negator dust. The more progress I make, the less I get to touch the people special to me. Being held up on a pedestal. Mommy and Daddy are worried too. They say I can quit whenever I want. If I knew it would turn into this, if I knew it wouldn't be able to touch what I want, then out of the way. Don't touch me. Look, over there. Isn't that Kururu? Huh? Is this a representation that, like, God has this negator ability, if you kind of liken it to that of a handgun, pointed at Tatiana at all times, looking for the maximum amount of pain that can be inflicted? Because it almost looks like it's subsiding now. Interesting. Huh? Kururu! Damn it, why do I have to do this? Unchaste. You both owe me one. Fuuko, you, and whoever this Tatiana is. Otto. My name is Tatiana, and I know you from 200 years ago. I came to keep my promise. What a double spread to end the chapter. Let's be friends, Tatiana. So wholesome. So wholesome of the last page. Thank you. I'm gonna catch up in chat. I used to be able to read Japanese katakana and hiragana, so I don't know how to pronounce your name. You commented at 225. You'll be cheering from Japan. Thank you. Surely all the positions of the union member won't become important later. Yeah, she's not supposed to take off the costume. I love the way she like waddles in to give Tatiana a hug. Oh my goodness. So good. I know, Kebab. It's just like they just need to get a hug before it actually manifests for her untouchable ability. But there is a chance that I guess it couldn't develop based on what happened in the middle of the chapter. So I don't know. I think like if they keep her at kind of like away from the public eye or away from public spaces, her ability might never manifest. Oh, that's cool, Vince. I know I've seen like those Pikachu suits. They're just like, it's the Japanese Navy. It's like dun 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 dun. Dun. Agreed, Quetzal. She needs to live out at least some of her childhood. I was so worried there that Lucy was, or not Lucy, Betty was gonna, I said Lucy, Freudian slip. Sorry, guys. I was so worried that Betty was just gonna get like melted by Tatiana there for a second. So I am so glad that didn't happen. It would seem to be someone that is the case. I don't know if it's only a one-time deal or not. So that's the thing. We haven't been able to prevent one negator manifestation yet, besides Ano-un, which I know is kind of a different case. All right, let me go ahead. Ooh, drop my phone. That's not a good start. Let me get Vontae in here, and then you guys can get his reaction. Yeah, Vince, I was spoiled on what you put in our Discord, that ode to chapter 1. I saw that on Twitter a little bit earlier today. I tried to glaze my eyes over, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, Quetzal, we were saying not only would that dynamic make the Tatiana-Billy relationship more interesting, but let's just say that Tatiana killed Billy with the manifestation of her, which still could happen, but... Right.
Yo.
Welcome back.
Good chapter.
It was good. Unnerving is all I'll say.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Well, let me let's see. Let me jump straight into the chapter then, man. All right, chapter 214. 214, Valentine's Day, you know? And, you know, this is like a romance manga, so maybe there'll be some romance in this. Let's see. All right, Moscow, Russia. So, yeah, we're here trying to get Tatiana. Yeah, she just went to the bathroom. Apparently, today is her only free day before the upcoming fashion show. She has 2 bodyguards with her. Must be tough being a famous model and having people keep tabs on you on your days off and whatnot. She's taking an awfully long time. I'll go check on her. Damn, she got us. Like I said, since she's a model, I think you should get like Gina to be like your designer or something. Cause Gina, she know a bit about style and looking good and whatnot from the Loop 100. Gina, she got her own game about fashion and whatnot, so she know a thing or two maybe. Tatiana disappeared. I'm sorry, it seems she just slipped out of the bathroom window. Search for her. She went in with a bag, so she might be in disguise. Keep your eyes peeled for a girl that's 130 centimeters. Roger. We should search for her too. She couldn't have gotten far. This is bad. Huh? Tatiana's tragedy should occur in a crowd of people. I had assumed that it happened at the fashion show she's scheduled to appear at, but it could very well happen on these streets full of people. If it manifests here, there's a chance she won't just blow away the people, but the city itself. City level. All these characters in this damn series is broken as hell. Like everybody's city level and above, damn near. Most of the cast. We need to hurry. Where would Miss Tatiana be likely to go? Trendy clothing stores, sweet shops. There's countless places she could be. Let's split up and find her. Huh? Oh, there's my boy Billy. My daughter's missing too, Betty. Oh wow. So I think we're kind of right about that. Like we thought about him like maybe adopting Tatiana, and since he has his daughter as well, maybe they could be like sisters or whatever. That's good if it can end that way, because it seems like they're both together right now. His daughter and Tatiana, Betty and Tatiana. This is my first date. This is my first free day in a while. The last thing I want right now is an entourage telling me, "Oh, so she got black hair now," or is it a wig, or is it actually her hair? Did she dye it? Interesting. And she looks like she's a little older, a little bit maybe, probably around the same age, but it looks like she's a little taller. Then again, if I do anything to stand out, everyone will realize who I am. I managed to disguise myself a bit, but they say I have a distinctive voice. It's a shame, but I guess I'll have to limit myself to a casual stroll around town. That should be enough to reinnovate. That should be enough to reinvigorate me. You're like, huh? And that's Betty. A little girl out by herself. That's not safe. Sheesh. What are her parents thinking? What I do to give them a piece of my mind? Achoo! Got him sneezing because she was talking about him. So she walked past her. Oh well, it's none of my business. I barely managed to get this free day once a year. And then she stops, starts to turn. So good. Thank you, Miss Girl. Miss Girl. They call this bleebly, right? No, it's bleenie. What am I even doing? I slipped free just to wind up babysitting some kid. That's funny. Hold on. Come on, trying to jump. Why did the page just... Hold on. That's weird. Why did it switch? Okay. So where are your parents? Huh? What do you mean? They're right here. Right, Daddy? Where are... You have to keep it down. They'll find me. Here. This is a charm from my favorite country. I'll stay with you till you find your parents. I promise. So don't cry anymore. Okay. Once again, I love these dynamics where we're getting like new relationships, or at least we're learning new relationships between characters. Like we just got done with the Kururu and Fuuko's mom and whatnot, and that was like out of nowhere. And it's cool to see like her, Tatiana, be like a big sister to Betty, which is Billy's daughter. That's pretty fire. Okay, showing a little diagram of where everybody's at, where everybody's located. Reminds me of One Piece, in the anime and the manga has done it too. This is Chikara. She's not at any of the designer bouquets or boutiques. I'll try the next place. Please try your best, Kenny. If we can spot her from above, it will be one and done. So everybody's everywhere looking for her, all these stores everywhere. This is Rip. Eyewitnesses report seeing her at the blend shop 2 hours ago. They say she's wearing a tulip hat. She's used to being monitored. She's a tough one. Miss Fuuko. The sign says, I'm very tired. Aw. Does that feel? Damn. Peep that. Don't stop me. If I fire off here, then Betty will take note. The police will get here before she does. Stop them. I get it. If we don't know where she is, Mr. Nico, I have a request. Sorry, Betty, huh? We probably should have stayed put, but I panicked back there and I wanted to get away. It wanted to get away. It's okay. You made a promise, remember? Pinky swear? You're a tough kid, you know. It's Daddy. I hear Daddy's voice, huh? Daddy. Here. Betty, I've been looking for you everywhere. Where were you? A lot of places. All's well, that ends well. Huh? All by yourself? Nuh-uh, I was with Miss Girl. What? Huh? I don't see her. I like that. I like that. Is that like a Billy's kind of perspective in a way? The height, that stature, yeah, that straight posture. Is that her? Fuuko, this is... Everyone, please, listen up. We're wrangling Tatiana to the square. I need everyone over here. If she's a Tatiana I know, she'll come here for sure. Mr. Billy, sorry. Any updates? No, but I did find Betty. That's good news. She's probably shaken up, so you should take care of her. Leave the rest to us. Revolution Square. Okay. Okay, what's she looking back at? Pan-Panda. Wow, there she is. She's here just like the Pan-Panda's official social media account said. Which is that one? Could it be some kind of limited edition Pan-Panda? I have to get a closer look. Oh, yep. So she did have a disguise. Yep. With the black hair. Tatiana, huh? No way. Why is she here? Is this a photo shoot? Whoa, it's really her. Oh no. Tatiana, please give me your autograph. She's like, shit. Oh no, yeah, I gotta come there now, because now that everybody's going to crowd around her, you do not want her fucking negating ability to appear right now. No. Why? I was so close. I became a model and to make daddy and mommy and everyone happy, and to be able to touch and interact with all sorts of people. But the more I progress, I make the less I get to touch the people special to me. Mommy and daddy are worried too. They say I can quit whenever I want. If I knew it would turn into this, if I knew I wouldn't be able to touch what I want, then out of the way. Oh shit, stop it. Don't touch me. Look over there. Isn't that Kururu? Huh? Oh wow, I like how they did that. Got another idol / model type famous person in general. So now their attention's going to her. That was clutch. I was wondering how they're going to like deter them away from her. That's lit. All right. Kururu, damn it, why do I have to do this? You both owe me one, Fuuko, you and whoever this Tatiana is. Wow, Pan-Panda, good luck. My name's Tatiana, and I know you from 200 years ago. I came to keep my promise. I like that. Let's be friends, Tatiana. Wow. Damn. So I've seen people before we even started, I think it was Vince had said that it was a reference to chapter 1 in here.
Yes.
Let me see.
I was spoiled on it, so let's see if you can get it.
Bet.
It's pretty well hidden, all things considered.
Okay. I mean, it would have to be with like Fuuko, more than likely, because I mean,
the initial chapter 1 reference that was referenced, yes, it was Fuuko.
Okay.
We do have some new people that came into the chat, so shout out to Alves. There is someone with a Japanese username. I'm sorry. I used to be able to read Japanese. Now I can't.
I don't know what's the reference.
It is on page 13.
13? That's funny. I was literally on that page. Does that have to do with her disguise?
Falling off.
Okay. Makes sense.
That's when Fuuko got her either hair or jacket caught on that thing in the hospital. And it had like the flowing hair.
Right. Oh, yeah. Right.
Hamu Koro, welcome. Thank you for the explanation, George.
That was a good chapter. I liked it. I like the
It was
relationships. Betty and Tatiana. That's cool.
So a couple of things that I wanted to point out on page 11, that top-down view, I think, was supposed to be foreshadowing for what Tatiana's eyeball structure was supposed to look like. And one thing that I also kind of brought up as a point of conversation is we seemingly prevented her from getting her negator ability, but does that mean that we have permanently done that or just temporarily?
I think it would be temporary.
I think so too.
Because I can see her joining the Union, and she already has a home there, you know, Billy and his family and the Union. So it's all set up really well for her right now.
So what you're saying is RIP to her parents? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's funny because she mentioned her parents and said, basically, she said that they would be okay with, I forgot how she put it, but that, like, she doesn't have
quitting at any time.
Exactly. So I don't know, I kind of look at that as like the parents kind of gives her a certain kind of freedom. It is a manga and anime. In real life, parents won't just like let your child go. But just because her parents have those kind of like, you know, those qualities of, okay, like we'll let you kind of just be free, you know. And that was the whole thing. She was having her free day, so maybe they'll be okay with it. I don't think that they will die in this though.
Okay.
If anything, they're probably going to use Kururu as like, oh yeah, I could take you around the world and we can have like different gigs doing different stuff, something like that. I think that's where it probably come down to.
Do you think that there will be a master rule that shows up to the square?
Probably. I think.
Which one?
If I had to choose one, I would probably say I don't know. I just see, for some reason, I see time coming in.
Okay.
He just seemed like the next man up to me.
Yeah. I would agree. I would say either time or justice, but it might be a little bit early for justice.
Okay. But man, I think this is something too that, I mean, we talked about it and I just mentioned it too a few times, but I like that the dynamics between characters kind of changed. Like Tatiana was one, just this little girl that was saved by Billy. And she made friends with Fuuko and, you know, Andy and whatnot. And Billy was like her father figure. And Tatiana was just, you know, just a young girl that was it's just cool to see her in this loop not be that, but be like an older sister type of role instead of being like a little sister, a little girl type role. And I think that so far in loop 101 or just 101 that characters have started kind of change in certain ways where they're having like a new position story, and I like that a lot because I was kind of scared that things are going to be like the same old for most characters, but I'm happy that all of them they still keep their same personality and whatnot. It's just they have different dynamics with other people, which is dope.
Yeah, and I think that's also kind of a reiteration of the fact that the souls are the same from loop to loop. So even if there are slight differences, it's kind of like I think it's the theory of like the infinite universes, to where most of yourselves will be the exact same or very slight alterations.
The Master was able to come without a quest starting. Well, technically they can, but I think that depends on the whole Andy situation, if they're able to get him off.
I was going to say it's all dependent on moves, whims. He's like, if I just want to see some smoke, I'll just make a portal.
Yep.
So we still have Uma Burn, which gets essentially low diffed by Engine. We have Uma Summer, which previously was taken out almost exclusively by Tatiana, ironically.
Yep.
So do we think that we're going to get Uma Summer maybe coming to this area?
Do we know, just roughly, do we know what month it is?
I
just want to know if it's like, I wouldn't know about Russia when it comes to their summers, but I'm just trying to see like if it's like summer in Russia or something like that, then probably that could be a little indicator.
Yeah, but Russia is such a large landmass that even in Moscow, I don't even know like what their temperature variations are from
about.
Time
That's
to
all.
time.
I don't know exactly, but I don't know. That could have been an indicator.
The reason why I brought up Uma Summer is like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 negators here, at least, without counting Tatiana.
Okay. Yeah, Andy's keeping them trapped. Yeah. I wonder what's going to change there. Like, how do you see Andy getting off the sun? Do you think it's the doing master rules, or do you think Luna or the sun are going to try to do something, or do you think our side, or you think he's just going to leave at some point? Like, how do you see him getting off?
Well, the thing is, I think Luna is going to interject herself into this game because as of right now, we've been very much on an easy path. So if she wanted to spice things up a bit, or if she thinks that some sort of trauma or adversity would make us stronger for the end game, I could see her, let's just say, for example, because she did it last loop, that she releases Seal from the sun. And then Seal versus Andy on the actual sun itself. Like, let's just say Seal comes down and seals up Uma Summer.
I can see Luna jumping in for sure because she wants to see the adversity. Like she wants to see a whole bunch of chaos. So the fact that Andy is such a just big clutch for the Union, as we already seen against Sick, I'm sure Luna's probably like, I don't rock with that. Nope.
Do you feel like Andy has been out of the story too long, or do you feel like the charcoal version and the clone that we had in volume 21 has been enough to tide us over?
It's enough because it makes him cooler. It makes him more legendary that way. Like, we don't hear it for like a year or over a year in the manga. For us it was just like like a month or a few weeks. Because we were catching up. We didn't have to suffer like the rest of you guys. No, I'm just playing. But I think it works. I have no complaints about it whatsoever because it's cool. It's like, I'm sure when you guys seen them again, the charcoal state Andy is like, oh shit, what's going on? Or just around that time in general. So I think it's fine.
Yeah, Sick. We did confirm in the previous live stream that Sick was indeed a quest. We went back and forth for a while, but yes, that is true, Manuel.
That is interesting that Betty does have like the little snot coming out her nose just constantly. It's just like with Lucy, similar.
It's not just like kids, because all kids in this show do not have that snot. It's almost been exclusively her.
Yep. So I wonder if there's something going on there. Because I feel like
I previously thought she was the former negator of Unhealthy, like the iteration before Lucy.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why she's not showing up on the roadmap, because technically she's never going to get it until or if Betty dies.
Matter of fact, too, that would be a way for us to see Lucy again if they do the whole past negator thing again, the little like soul dream, whatever state, vestige world. So I think that would be kind of that would work really well though, because all those people that we've seen, we don't know who these people are. For Fuuko, Top, who else had one? Ishin.
Yep.
And I think it was somebody, or just those characters.
Those three.
Yeah, so I think it'll be cool to see Lucy being a predecessor or the previous wielder of that ability, and then Betty has that. That'd be pretty cool.
So one thing that we discussed when I brought up the fact that I thought, just like you, that this was a temporary stoppage of the untouchable negator ability manifesting, is that this was temporary. Do you think there's a way, besides Ana-un, because that's an exception, to permanently prevent someone from getting a negator ability? Because I thought I remember somewhere that it said that it was inevitable for the negators to get their powers. It's just you could kind of choose like the level or the scale of the destruction or the tragedy.
I think at this point it might just still be the same old, like just changing the severity of when the tragedy happens. I don't think you can. I don't know. I don't think you can negate it completely because we haven't seen it yet. I'm trying to think when would like. I think if it was a thing, I think we already would have seen it already, pretty much.
Yeah, so the reason why I asked that question is as it relates to Lucy and Unhealthy, because again, we saw her on the initial roadmap and have not seen her since, much like Ruin. So I don't know. I'm just trying to piece some pieces together, but there's a lot of wiggle room.
I just thought of a whole fight in my head. So Betty,
which one?
Unhealthy. She gets unhealthy, and then you have Betty and her new big sis Tatiana, either fighting for, avenging. Hopefully not, because I want Billy to survive. But avenging their father, Dick or something. Like he does some little snake type shit. He got him in this blind spot, because he's something like that, and they fight for either to protect their father or avenge him. I don't know. I just think I can see that whole plot in my head. That'd be pretty cool. And then, of course, Lucy's helping, being the Force Ghost, helping.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So anything else you'd like us to discuss with this chapter or just in general, if you guys have been keeping up with our prolonged live streams? Because as I had said in the short little video we released a few hours ago, we are going to do a live tier list ranking of all the volume covers today with you all before we get out of here. So if there's anything else that you would like us to discuss, just let us know. If not, I will get the tier list pulled up.
Yes, sir. This is going to be the easiest tier list, probably. I feel like character ones are going to be tough, very tough. Like,
and we can even do multiple for the characters. We could do Loop 100 iteration.
Oh, yeah. We should do both. Aside from like the obvious of how we felt like with like
John.
But yeah, we should separate it because I think. And then we can look at the growth or the regression characters. But it should be pretty fun for that too.
All right, I do not see anything else in the chat, so let me go ahead and get this pulled up.
Once again, shout out to all the new people that are here. I seen who was it? It was scroll up a little bit. Oh, Alves. He was saying that like finally somebody else that does Undead Unluck content.
I know, guys. Like there's no one else on YouTube doing this. I don't understand. We will push this agenda. Trust and believe. We will be there for season 2 when it gets announced. We will be here for all the manga chapters until the series ends.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So if you guys are enjoying today's stream, just make sure that you like the video to help us reach more Undead Unluck readers and viewers. But let's go ahead.
Vince, what the hell? I hope Volume 22's cover is just like the previous one. ... Just from the front.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, man.
Easiest 2 monitors. All right. We're going to go.
Wait, what would that volume cover be? I'm trying to think. So after that. Oh, maybe the Master Rules. I think it's time for them to have a cover.
Okay. Yeah.
Time rather. All right. I know it might be a little hard for you guys to see, but you guys know the covers you can look at. We'll probably go on. Is it in order already?
Oh yeah, I put it in order ahead of time.
Okay.
And I'll try to zoom in a little bit, but
cool. 23 language, yeah. 22 beast, 23 language, 24 kurudu. Okay. The beast one probably gonna look crazy as hell.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first volume cover is Andy standing in front of Fuuko, telling her to come out.
Yep. It's I feel like every first cover of any series should be like that. Just kind of show the characters, the either the main character or the two main characters or whatever. Just showing them and in there. I like that it's angled from like the bottom, kind of looking up. Is pretty dynamic with that. I think it's solid. It's nothing too crazy. I just think it's solid. So if I had to rank it personally, I'll probably give it I give it a B. It'll probably be like a low B type area.
I would have given this an A. Unfortunately, I feel like, and this is not to his detriment at all, but Tozuka, the way he drew Fuuko to start the series, vastly different than what she looks like now. So I would have given this an A. I kind of feel like most Volume 1 covers, like you were saying, they just need to be kind of like an eye catcher. And it does have some good elements to it, but I think it could have been slightly better. So I would also give this a B.
You know what? I'm gonna turn my camera off. I need my phone so I can look at these.
Okay.
So let me get out of here.
Do you want me to? Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and move this. Can I move it? I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Look at them covers.
All right. Well, we'll just figure it out as we go. All right. So we'll give this a B. Okay. Volume 2. It has Gina in her blood sphere attacking Andy and Fuuko.
All right, let me see. Oops. Yeah. Volume cover 2. Yeah, volume 1's cover is a bit safe. Yeah, I think that's a good explanation for it. It's just safe. It's nothing too much, nothing too crazy. The Gina one with Andy and Fuuko did that come out like around Christmas or something with that color scheme?
Who knows? Definitely a choice.
I'll say C tier for that.
It's probably high in the C tier for me, or a low B, but we can put it in the C tier for now. Okay, Volume 3, it has Rip front and center with Fuuko and Andy, or Fuuko being held by Andy in front of him.
I'd say that I love the color scheme. I like the purple and yellow. I'm not a Lakers fan, by the way, but I like the colors. That's the colors. It reminds me of the one that we'll see later with him too, which is Volume 13, I think. Now that's one of them ones. But before we get to that, what do you think? Where would you put it? This third one.
I think this somewhat suffers from what a lot of people give Horikoshi a lot of slack for, in terms of if it had just been Rip on the front cover, I think I would have liked it more. But I would give this either a B+ or an A- personally. I do like it more than Volume 1's cover, but there's something, again, that's just a little bit off.
Yeah, I say it's a B. I just really like the color. I don't think I've seen purple and yellow on in the primary colors on a cover. But yeah, I do agree with the Fuuko and Andy thing. If it was just Rip, I think it would be even better.
Okay. Do you like it more than Volume 1?
What? You know what? I'll keep Volume 1 ahead of it. Because it's just, I don't know, it's kind of iconic to me already. I don't know. Every time I think of Undead, I think of that shot. I think it's the angle that sells it for me.
Yeah, I don't feel too strongly about Volume 3. So, personal preference for you, that's what we'll have as the deciding factor. So we'll have it behind Volume 1. Now, Volume 4, this is probably one of my favorite ones in a while.
Oh, hell yeah. That's okay, you got the finger bullet, Tatiana. That's a good cover.
It's dynamic. It's got characters looking off in various directions, just showcasing kind of like the start of Billy's betrayal in Loop 100. Tatiana, like her focus for the Unrepair arc, going into the betrayal arc. I really like this one. I would say high A, possibly low S, but I think high A is probably the best spot for it.
It could be an S, but I'm just thinking we'll see. because there's some other one. There's like two in my mind. I think could be S. And I'm trying to think if it is just as good though, low key. We'll leave it there, but we could probably end up changing it depending on how we feel.
Okay, volume 5. It is the start of the memories arc, where they go inside of Andy's memories. And this is just Undead. This is not Andy, because he has not been granted his name yet by Fuuko. What do you think?
I think it's fine. I'll say C. So far, I like the colors.
The color scheme is cool. I will say, if you just look at Volume 5 Fuuko versus Volume 6 Fuuko, that's where you can really see that Tozuka kind of hit his stride with designing her character.
True.
So I would personally have this at D, but if you have it at C, we could have it as the lowest one for now.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Okay.
I feel like it could have been a lot different. Like, imagine the backdrop. I know usually so far the backdrop has usually been white, but I think it would have been way better if it was gray or black because it's undead and like I don't know, show like a tombstone in the back or something like that. I think
it even could have been like brown or like a rust orange for like the country scene that we had.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
I think this one had a lot more potential.
Ooh, like the sun and that would actually be
the sunset.
Yeah, that would have been good, man. All right, 6.
Okay, so 6 is one of our favorite arcs from the series. We have Rip, Andy, Fuuko, and then Ano-un in the front. So as much as I'm going to sound like a hypocrite for this one, why I didn't like Volume 3's cover because of the inclusion of a character in front, I feel like Ano-un being there just kind of out of sight, out of mind is perfect.
I feel like it could have been a better way to do that. Like, kind of like with Volume 4, how it's like Billy and Tatiana, they're like huge on the cover, but they're like somewhat in the background too. I think they could have done something like that with Ano-un. Like,
so you think Ano-un should have been like more featured on the bottom?
Yeah, but like still hidden in a way. So it's like maybe not like the full body, but show his eye or something, or like the side profile, or like the pin. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of like thrown in there. I think it could have been used better, like in the background, kind of like with the Tatiana and Billy thing.
So I have this in the B tier. I'm curious what you think about it.
For me personally, I'll say a high C, so it could be a low B.
Okay.
And by the way, guys, obviously you probably already know, but we're ranking it. We're like averaging that average.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, just in case you guys don't know. Well, okay, yeah, that's how we're doing it.
Okay, so Volume 7, that is the start of the summer arc with Shen and Andy back to back, and then in the distance you have Kinta-un with Mui and Fuuko on it.
This one, I like the angle. I like them in the background on the Nimbus. Kinta-un.
My favorite aspect about this volume cover is that the Undead Unluck is kind of at an angle going backwards to where it looks like their shadow. It is so well hidden that at first when I saw this volume cover, I didn't even think Undead Unluck was on it. For the other ones, it's very, like front and center. But this one, I think it's just like the perfect angle. The pose is, again, perfect.
I like this. I'm going to say it's the highest B.
I think so, too.
I love the yellow and blue, too. It works. Because Shin, his color scheme's literally, his hair is blue and it's yellow.
And again, I don't think you see that color scheme too often in manga covers for like yellow just in general, but the yellow with the blue is a nice touch.
Yeah.
All right. I love this next one. So Volume 8, Fuuko is walking away from the Union, going to Under for her reconnaissance mission, and she has Jui's saber on her hip.
Ooh, this is interesting. I'd say that it's either a low A or a high B, personally. I just don't know.
I have this as a solid A.
Okay.
Again, I like how the Undead Unluck kind of shadow in the snow is grayed out. And then with the little addition of Juice's saber on the hip, at first I thought she was going to die to Billy when they were boxing it out, and I saw this volume cover when I was making the thumbnail initially. I could have saw Juice die in there, especially if Billy did not want to kill her.
You know,
Which then goes on to their injustice, battle, that he didn't want to hurt her, so on and so forth.
Yeah. And like the characters in the back, it adds to it, like people holding up to their chests and stuff. It's an A.
Okay. Do you like it more or less than Volume 4? Slightly less?
Slightly less. Yeah, slightly.
It's close.
Yeah. Cause like that 4 is just so dynamic. Like it's different than all the other ones.
And that was like the first glow up moment we saw from Fuuko. Like she was taking action. She was not being a passive character. She was actively impacting the story.
Yep.
Okay, Volume 9, the start of the spring arc, where you have Andy and crew with their cloaks up top, inverted, and down below you have Fuuko looking at Andy, kind of parallels the top of the sky tower with Under and the cherry blossoms in the background.
What do you think for this one?
I like the concept. I do think the execution is pretty good. For some reason, though, I feel like with volume covers, whenever you invert characters on it, there had better be a damn good reason for it.
I agree with that.
So, because of the fact I like Andy being upside down, I don't like the rest of the Union being upside down. I feel like they should have went along the sides to where maybe say all the Union members were on Andy's left, all the Under members were on Fuuko's left. I'd probably give this a B. I just don't know where in the tier I would rank it.
I agree. That is kind of awkward looking. Like at least if they're upside down, at least have them like spread out a little bit, like from the top and on the side, because it does look weird that they're just all like upside down. But I do get it. Like we do definitely do understand the concept and why they chose to do that, to design it like that. But I agree. It's in the B tier. I would say it's
maybe about the middle.
Yeah, the middle.
Okay. And guys, if you also have not noticed, we are somewhat ranking them so the ones all the way to the left are more favorable than the ones all the way to the right. Yeah. So they are also ranked within the tiers. Okay, now we get to some heat.
Yes.
I mean, do we even have to say it? This is one of the volumes that, and especially because of the arc itself, that just got me hooked on Undead. Like, it was at the end of the spring arc to where I'm just like, okay, this series is cooking.
Yeah, like, there's nothing about this volume cover that, like, speaks mid at all. Nothing is mid. I love the unluck at the bottom, like in that rosy type shade of color.
Undead at the top, Billy versus Andy. You got the phase 3 of Uma Spring. It also showcases like how tall he was. Oh,
this was a cover right here. This is like
this was awesome.
Like, that's how we want our thumbnails to look a lot of times when it comes to like the color scheme and stuff. So you guys know our thumbnails. We always try to make something, you should always try to make it unique and put little like either comedic stuff into it or just, stuff that pops out at you. Because we kind of look at it as like a cover, like a volume cover or like a, any kind of book cover. And that's something that you study right there. This cover right here.
It's perfect.
S.
Yeah. S for Spring. Yes. Absolutely someone.
Shout out Spring, man.
Shout out Spring.
What happens when we see him again?
I hope he's doing good. I know that he's in here, but I just don't know where he's at. All right. Volume 11.
11. I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is the worst one. Easily.
Do you remember the little...
I remember.
Okay.
Because I remember seeing that. I remember when you made the thumbnail, I was like, that volume cover. Like, I know what happened around that time. Like, I remember, but it just wasn't. And I understand why you don't want to like reveal anything, but like,
oh sure,
it's not. It doesn't do nothing for me, man. Like, I get it, but it doesn't do nothing.
Counterpoint, this is the first volume cover up until this point to where Andy has the sole focus. Mm-hmm. Up until this point, he is not, and he is one of the two MCs. Yeah. So personally, I really like this cover. I would say because of the fact that it has that little Easter egg in the reflection of Remember showing Fuuko getting stabbed, her blood on between his eyes, and then him pulling out the katana in just like a rage moment. I would give this an A. I know you said this is the worst one, so would you give it a C or a D?
To be honest, I don't think it's like garbage.
It's just like, the worst one of the set.
That's like D, you would think it's garbage, but I do think it's like it's the lowest, so it would have to already be a low C for me personally.
Okay. So we do have this as an average for the B tier. What do you guys think? Do you like this one? Do you not like this one? I'll wait.
There's a delay.
It's fine. It's fine. I see. Okay, so they don't like it as much as I do. Okay, fair enough.
Like, I think maybe if they would have had his face more in a rage, I would like it more based off of what happened at that time. But like,
isn't that exactly how he looked though?
No, yeah, but like, I don't know, just to intensify it a bit more, since you have the leeway of using color and shading to like emphasize it a bit more than just a manga panel. Not to say that manga panel doesn't show that, but you get my point. I just feel like it's, for what was going on at the time, I just think it should have been more added to the cover or make his face a little bit more like, kind of like how Victor was looking when Juiz ended up dying in 100, where he had the whole rebellion thing going on like around that time, or even before he even had it, but something to add it to it. But
okay, so it is in the B tier. It's more than likely on the lower end. Where would you say in that category you would rank it? Would you rank it beneath 6, above 6?
I think it's to be honest, I think it's the lowest still.
Okay,
within that.
Again, I'm not going to fight you on this one. I don't feel that strongly about it. So there it is. Okay, volume 12. This might be my first hot take of the tier list. I personally feel like this is the worst one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a step up from the previous one. I like the color of it. I like that it's like midnight, and you can see the sun insignia behind them a little bit on the right. It's like white or gray. I think it could have been done differently. I think I would have liked him like going maybe on the motorcycle going towards like where the moon is, like just seeing the back of his head and his like katana. I think that would be like a cooler shot. I think the shot is kind of weird. Not weird, but just a little.
The framing is definitely odd, especially because of the fact that the motorcycle itself was made by Nico, to have Undead and Unluck on the upholstery. I just don't think that the execution was good for this one.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. At least have him on the motorcycle like the right way. It would have been a little better.
Even riding it with blood, like that would have been so much more dynamic.
Yeah, I'm giving this one a C.
I'd give it a C as well. Do I like it? I said this was the worst one. Did I mean that?
I like the colors more than the other two in C, but
I like it more than 5. But do I like it more than 2?
Like, damn, he messed up with this one, man. Because the color seems really good. Like, I would argue it's damn near the best one, or it's one of the best ones color wise. because it's like the first time that they actually use this. But
Yep.
it's not it though.
All right, I'll make the executive decision then.
Because I don't know.
There it goes.
All right, 13. Let me search up. Oh,
Oh, take it away, bud. You already know.
That was my favorite volume cover.
Ooh, okay.
Is it still my favorite? It might be. I gotta like relook at all these again. But that was like my favorite. Like before, aside from 10, like 10 was obviously like that one. But personally, because this arc also resonated with me a lot. So when I first seen that, and then when we seen the little cover page when we were reading it from like the young Rip and the old Rip, this cover is like it's fire, man. This is S. What's up with the 13?
How it shows Layla in the background in her adult form, to where we know that she died very early on in her adulthood. So this just showcases, because Rip did not have the I guess the ARM version of Blade Runner or whatever the equivalent is at that point. I love that how the fight showcases Latla's death in her crystal ball reflection. And I love the crescent moon in the background, because that was a lot of Blade Runner's attacks were like the crescent blades.
Mm-hmm.
Do I like it more? I think I would agree it's probably an S tier, but I don't think I like it as much as 10.
Personally, this is my favorite, but I'm looking at it as objectively as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that 10 is like everything about it is just like I don't know. It has everything you would want in the cover. You have the big bad. You have the two other opposing forces. You have Fuuko, the main character, in the front and the bottom. The color scheme is really good. It's all rosy. You have the Undead on the top, the Unluck on the bottom. I think it does more. It obviously does more than the Rip and Layla one. So,
but it does set a mood with volume 13, though. Like, you could see the clouds in the background. We had in the anime, it had the blood rain with like the red filter on that grave site.
If you put it after the 10. This is still my personal favorite, but I don't mind it either way.
I think it's very close, but I think I just like you said, everything to deal with volume 10. I just feel like it's more, I don't want to say perfect. It's more like a full volume cover, if that makes sense.
Yeah. See, nothing can be improved with that one. And technically speaking, the 13, you can improve it in a certain way. It doesn't need to, but
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You can. I like the once again, the sun insignia is on the 13, on the blood 13. You can kind of see it on the left. It's like blended in with the blood around the 13, the number 13. It's pretty cool.
Okay, volume 14.
14. Oh yeah, that one is I liked it a lot, but for some reason, and I understand that he was trying to do different colors and whatnot. I don't know if I really am a big fan of the color scheme, to be fair. Like, I like how it looks, but it's a little, it kind of gets into the way of Juiz and Victor at the top. It kind of bothers me slightly, but it's not bad. I think I'll give this an A. But that's why I don't think it's an S, is because I feel like it's somewhat too much going on this one. Like, I just don't like how it's on top of their head like that.
Oh, for the logo?
Yeah, it's like it's too much on them, kind of. I understand you can still see their hair and whatnot, but it's a little too much.
I think that was done on purpose, just because they aren't really a focal point of that until the very end of the volume, when Andy's identity gets revealed officially to Fuuko and Andy. But I just love the fact how it is showcasing revolution has been added, because the sun is being blocked out by the planet. And then you have that kind of blue soulish tint behind Andy. Fuuko grabbing him. That was a very emotional scene, because she felt everything in her soul form. Ichiko finally gets put on this. And then obviously the Tatiana and Billy stuff was just peak in the Ragnarok arc. I would give this either a low S or a high A. So that would put us in the A tier.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do like it more than Volume 4. I feel like it has to
Really?
definitely be more than 8. But personally, I have it above 4.
I personally got it above 8, but I don't have it above 4.
Okay. All right. We talked about this one a lot. That's fun.
15?
All right, 15.
15 is pretty interesting because I like the concept, but I think it could have been. I don't know. Maybe it's.
I don't know
color.
if I love the color palette.
I think it's the color palette. Yeah. But I still might put it. Ooh, that's tough. It's either a high B or a low A. I might say high B. It's tough.
This one I might have to fight you.
No, it's tough. No, seriously, it's tough because I really like the concept of it. I just think that the color messes it up for me personally. You know what? It's a low A.
I gotta give it up for Tozuka, including Ano-un. That was maybe my favorite part of the Ragnarok arc. And the fact that Ano-un is on this cover waving goodbye to his hero, it's got to be at least an A.
I got it low A.
Low A? What about Volume 8? Do you feel like it's better than Volume 8?
You know, it's that's kind of tough. They're kind of... Because Volume 8, for me, it's always like the angles. Like, I think that brings more because it's like, oh, you're showing us that you know how to. I mean, obviously you're an artist, but like you're showing us that you can really do different dynamic shots without having to do just like one shot from like the front of a character without it being like a little bit up or a little bit panned down. But this one is all of them waving at Fuuko, and we're behind them. So I do like that perspective. It's like us looking at them, looking at her. It's just the color brings it down for me, but I'll still say I'll let you decide because I don't know. They're kind of.
I do like it more than 8, only ever slightly, because Tozuka flipped it with that color page to where Fuuko was looking back at them. I feel like because of that little extra oomph, I like it just a bit more than 8. So I'm going to put it there. Okay, the first volume cover for Loop 101. Fuuko in the front, got her bullets wrapped around her arms in those little gauntlets. She's likely squaring up against Fang. You have Nico, young Nico, Ichiko on his back. He's, I forget the cube, was it called? Where he's sealing up Gina. And then Gina, there on the right, she is doing her Unchange sword versus Autumn and one-shots him.
16 is, I think, it's a step up from Volume 1. It's a callback, and I think it's also a step up.
I do too.
So
I like how the same color scheme was used.
Yeah. So do I like it more than 7, or do I? I don't. I don't. It's good though, but I just think 7 is really cool. Like the back to back, the angle, the undead on the bottom, the shadow on the bottom. You see them on the top right in the background. I like how they did that.
I think my only issue with Volume 16 is, as I was describing it, I was realizing that all 3 of those poses for the 4 characters, they are for separate incidents within the volume. And some people might like that, but me, preferably, I like to have all of the characters related to one event. Because that should be your showstopper, your final move, your draw of the volume. So I would put this above, like you said, Volume 1. I just like the artwork a little bit better. Plus, we get our girl Gina back. So I would put it right here.
Okay.
Okay, volume 17.
Ooh.
It's time for war.
Ooh, I like this one a lot. That was
I
my
love
favorite
this
thumbnail
one.
too when you made it.
I had a lot of fun with that one.
This one,
I love everything about this.
Yeah.
It has a general aesthetic that's very unique. Like, I feel like this is when Tozuka started doing, like, I don't want to call it like themed arcs, but more like personalized arcs for all of our negators. The other ones were just like classic battle shonen or just like showing the characters in poses.
Yep.
But this one feels distinctly different from the other ones, if that makes sense.
I really like this. It's S tier. It's S tier.
I think it's S2. Do we like it more or less than Rip's cover? I think I like it a little bit more.
For me personally, it's the Rip one, man. Every time I just look at it, I'm like, damn. I think it's more of a thing like if you know what's going on, it's like, oh damn. But I don't know. It's okay. As a cover, you're using camo, and there's a lot of this
on in the middle, like translucent.
Yep.
And you don't notice that unless you really look at it.
Yeah. One thing I'll say about it is that it's one of those things where being overcrowded isn't a good thing, but on this cover it doesn't feel that way. Like you have a lot of characters on it, people are in different sizes and whatnot, like from the trio of the war veterans. And then for some reason, I don't know why, but he's really good at just putting Billy on these covers, man. It reminds me of the fourth one where it's like Billy's at the top, and then man, personally, I'm not mad at you if you put it over it because I'll let you put it over the 13 because I'm not sure which one I like better. Out of those two, I'm not sure.
I think this is also the first volume cover that we get Yusai focused, which she has not gotten the focus since unfortunately. But for that reason alone, I will put it over 13. Not quite as good as volume 10. I still think that's the standard for now, but
all right. 18? Is 18
right.
Yep, 18 is that one.
Yeah, let's go save Phil.
Oh man, 18 is dope. It's where do I put? I don't know where would I rank this one. I think it's an A tier for sure.
I think it's high A for me because what I really appreciate about this volume cover that I didn't actually realize until this very second, they are all wearing helmets except for Phil.
Yep,
that was a very subtle, very subtle distinction that Tozuka made because Phil is already in a mechanical body at that point. I love the angle. I love Fuuko holding him by the head, just kind of like consoling him. Yeah, I love this one. I would say high A for me.
Oh boy, Sean. I got it. I got it behind 4. Volume 4.
I think that's a pretty good spot. I definitely like it more than 15. Do I like it more than 14? Yeah, I do. All right, there you go. Okay, next up, this is probably the most fun I've had with the thumbnail in terms of, I didn't even realize that was Fuuko until we were like almost done with the volume. Right. That's Fuuko and Shen back to back.
It's a step up from 7.
4 or 7.
Like, well, I'm just saying.
Oh, like, I see.
Shen,
yeah.
And it has the beats of just like with volume 4, like with like how Billy's in the top and you have Fang on the top like that, and then Mui at the bottom.
Yep.
This one is I would probably say it's the best A. I'm not know if I feel S. I don't think it has the potential. I don't know. It's not. That's tough.
I think there's just a little bit on like the right side of the volume that was not utilized. Like if we would have had maybe say the martial arts like tournament
or something.
or the Kinta-un or the Kokuta-un. I feel like it had the potential to be S tier, but it just didn't quite reach it. Ironically, given Fang's whole existence.
Yeah.
But we'll have it at the top A.
And yeah, the colors are great. It's very different. Like
Purple and orange and like a yellow, gold,
red. Yeah, that is pretty dynamic, I will say.
Good stuff. Okay, volume 20. I have a strong opinion about this, but I'll let you talk about it first.
I really like it for what it is. It's kind of the same thing that what we were talking about with the concept of what was it 9, like with the cherry blossoms. But with 9, I don't think it was executed well. But this one, I think it was executed as good as it could. Like if you want to go with a whole, photograph of characters and it had Fuuko holding it, I think that works. I don't think it's like a top tier volume cover, but I think it's a very solid one. So it's definitely in the B tier for me. In terms of what I have it over, I mean, it's kind of tough to rate this because it's not like it's a hard art. It's not to say that art needs to be like a super complex thing to create. Like simple art can be really good, and I think that's just what this is. It's simple, yet it's very satisfying and it works. So I'd say it's a B for me, but I want to know what you think.
This one, I think I have it at a C. Not because I don't feel like it has a good execution of what he was going for with this particular volume cover, but the reason why I have it ranked so low, before you come at me in the comment section, it's mainly because that arc was less than a third of the volume. Because we had, I think, like a couple chapters for volume 19 that started the Chikara arc. We had the Chikara arc in school for like 2 or 3 chapters. And then the rest of it was with Uma Sick and Layla Latla, that whole thing. I feel like, I don't know, it just could have been different. And I noted this in our live stream for this volume. This is the first volume to me that felt like it was 2 volumes in one. And because of that, I feel like it's sort of, and we'll see when the English version comes out if he does anything on the back cover that showcases the Layla Latla rep plot line on the back cover. But for the front cover, I'm just not feeling this one. Sorry.
But mostly for you is mostly because of like how much time was spent on that, and for that to be the choice. So it's a choice thing.
It seems like an odd choice, and then in addition to that, this is just kind of like an extra point, and it doesn't really matter in the end of things. But I don't like how Ishin, the grandpa Ishin, was handled in this story. He was completely thrown up to the side. He never was anything more than a NPC craftable character.
It's one of those things where I feel like I see what you're saying, because I agree with you on that. I mean, you I agree with you on that. You just said about the Rip Layla Layla thing, but like I still think just the art wise, I think it's still like, to me it's second in B tier. If I were to put it there, I'll put it second.
Second highest or second lowest?
Second highest.
Oof. And guys, I am looking at the chat. I agree with what you're saying. It should be just about the artwork itself. And I guess it was a 5-chapter arc, but I think that at least 1 or possibly 2 was in the previous volume. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you, Vontae, where you want to put it in the B tier, but me personally, I'm just not a fan of this one.
We can, since you think it's C, we could rank it like lower B, like a B minus. So I would say it's, for me personally, I would say it's definitely ahead of 11.
I would say it's ahead of 11. I would say I'm going back and forth whether I like 3 or 20 more.
I like 20 more. Well, personally, I do. So yeah, you can put it wherever.
All right, I'll leave it up to you. All right, and the final one, cheeked out Andy, looking at the meteor that he has to stop as a clone. We got a funny story about this one. so let me go ahead and tell this story real quick. So for the longest time, we were told, don't look at Volume 21's cover. Don't look at Volume 21's cover. Don't use it for the thumbnail format. Guys, we saw it like the hour it was released on Twitter. Both Vontae and I, when we were at like Volume 12 or something. So all these comments, don't look at it. You'll get spoiled. We knew he was coming back eventually. I just didn't know it was in the form of a clone.
Which is dope.
Yeah, so that expectation was subverted.
I really like the color scheme. I like the I don't. Okay, when I say I like the shot, I don't think I like the shot because the subject matter. I'm saying I like the shot because it's like him looking up and you see the roof. Obviously, it's like a blast and winter roof. You see the sky, so I like that. Where would I love the lighting in this one? Yeah, where would I rank this? I feel weird to put it A tier. I was say I feel weird to put it in A, but I think it is A. I think it's. Which one do I think is better than? Oh man. Damn, do I really like it? It's got to be at least better than 14. Yeah, I damn near might say that is. Do I think it's better than 8? Do I think it's better than 18? No, I just think that the angle and the color scheme is just really good. Like, it's one of the best ones I've seen. But in terms of like content on it, and it doesn't need to have a lot because it's Andy. It's like his return. But I don't know what you think. I think I like it more than 14.
You were saying something about Volume 14 in terms of the text covering Victor and Juiz. I feel like the text is perfectly placed in this one. This almost feels like a raw volume cover without any logos or like numbering, any sort of text on it. This feels like a very clean cover.
Yeah, it is.
So because of that, I have it at least above 14. I really love 18 though.
It's tough because it is probably the most crisp volume cover. Like, it's clean as hell, like you said. I mean, I personally
the lighting, the dynamic light rays. I think
it really is a unique art piece.
All right,
but I still have it behind 4 because 4 is just that's one of those ones that like it was just executed really well. All right.
Okay, guys. So that is our final tier list ranking. We have 3 in S, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in A, 8 in B, and only 3 in C.
Yep.
Are there any volume covers that you guys are just like screaming through the monitor at us?
Yeah, like let us know.
What are you doing? I cannot believe that we put it there, either too low or too high.
Plus, you guys gotta remember too, sometimes our rankings were like different, so we had to average it out. So, yeah. Volume 22 in about 2 weeks or so. Bet
5 should be higher.
5?
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, 5. That was mostly a me thing for C, I think. Like low C. Y'all really like 5 a lot?
I understand like the emotions behind it. For me, it's just like Fuuko looks kind of derpy. I don't know. Like, I'll zoom in a little bit. Like, does she not look a little weird there?
She has a big ass head.
I don't know. Her eyeballs are so much bigger than her nose there. And I get it. She doesn't have a big nose.
Okay. Well, okay. See, remember, to me, 5 isn't the worst cover. And to Twitchy, I don't think 5. I think you think 12 was, right?
I think 12 is the worst. So like, I'm willing to move it up like a little bit, but I don't know. There's something about Fuuko's face. It's just like
5 doesn't do anything for me, man. I really think it should have like the sunset, like the orangey aesthetic.
I don't understand the barf green color. It just doesn't make sense.
Is that supposed to signify like it's not even like what grass?
I
Like over
can't even think of anything. Like
over
what? Why is it that
like
color?
grass? Like what?
What? Well, Alves, that is true. She does have a Tanuki face, but I don't know. Maybe I'm in Victor's corner for that one. That's funny though.
But yeah, my least favorite was 11.
Where did we rank 11 again?
11 and 12, both of our the ones that we didn't like.
Yeah, I don't know. I love the little Easter egg. Whenever you have that in a volume cover, again, the coloration for 2, it's just like, I don't understand what it's doing. It's got 3 different colors on the volume. It's got red, green, and orange. I feel like Tozuka was still trying to find out like what he was doing.
I could probably understand the red, green, and like if it's
just
like
red and green, just keep it like that.
Right, let me check and see if that was released around Christmas time. It better, because if it wasn't, that's actually what was he thinking? And then the orange just doesn't make any sense on it. So I agree, but I don't think any of them were D. Like D is like bad. That's like, okay, that's dog shit. I don't think any of these are just dog.
I mean, the only one I sort of felt like that was about 5. It's just I don't feel like that works. But
yeah, I agree with you.
I'm not like too upset that it ended up in C tier.
Volume 2
again, I feel like
bruh.
When it came out?
He said the summer. that just makes it go even lower for me.
It's now at the bottom.
I don't get, like, what does that, like, that's crazy. The red is fine. The green doesn't. What's up with the, I guess Tozuka's not, well, until he did the whole camo thing. I feel like his use of green isn't the best. Because, and those are 2 early ones, 2 and 5.
Just because of that, I moved it down.
But I think it's pretty solid, man. We'll definitely do more, obviously more Undead Unluck tier list and other anime and manga that you guys, we might do a vote. Maybe we might, do a stream for you guys that's not even just Undead. It could be, whatever else, but we'll take it to a vote.
Sure. Just
so people don't get spoiled with certain things, or they can make it at least for, things that they want to show up for.
Yeah.
Well, what was your so if you had to do a top 5 ranking, what would be your top 5?
Ranking of these volume covers or ranking of tier lists that we'll do in the future?
No, the volume covers.
Volume covers top 5. 10, 17. 10 and 17 have to be there. I don't know. I really love 14.
Let me see.
Maybe 8 and it's tough.
Oh yeah, language. That's gonna be a fire ass cover. All the shit just floating around the back. Oh man!
If they just have Nico versus Lan in the sky when he uses like the Talk No Jutsu Truth Serum on her, that would be perfect. Okay, so top 5 from me: 10, 17, 18, 14, and 8.
Okay, cool. Mine would be 13. So I agree with you, Vince. 13. High five, Vince. Fist bump. I agree. So 13, 10. Wait. Yeah. 13, 10, 17. Ooh. I really like 4, man. I just keep mentioning it. 4, then 19.
It's good.
And then 8 would be 6. It would be right there.
18, you said, would be 6?
Yeah.
Okay. I respect it.
High 5, but not the cover, huh?
Yeah. No, high 5 is low. Low 5.
I just really like 13. The more, like, that's the one that I look at, I'm just like, damn, you could just feel the mood. Even if you don't know what's going on, you could tell something is like Something dark is going on. Something
You want to
sad.
know what's funny about 13? I don't feel like if you looked at this cover out of context, if you had no idea what Undead Unluck is, you'd be like, that's a fire cover.
Yeah, you'll pick up that book. Like, okay, so say if you're going to a library or whatever, pick up any of these volumes or any of the 21. Which one is the one
would
you
most
pick up
get you into the series? You're killing me.
My answer might be different. Like, it might not actually be one of the highest ones. Look, like, let me see. Okay, definitely not 5 or 2 or 12
or 11.
I guess 11 could make somebody be like, "What the fuck is going on? What the hell?" But
I guess.
But it's not mine.
This is gonna sound strange.
Low-key 21.
I feel like 8 would be perfect. Because you have so many questions when you look at that volume cover. It's just like, why is there a crying robot eye in the background? Like, who's she walking away from? Is that blood on the ground? You have, like, some people's heads are cut off in the background for, I think that's Top and maybe Chikara. And she's walking towards the screen. Like, where is she going?
Yep.
I feel like 8 out of context just makes you want to read the series.
Yeah, I agree. Low-key 21. When you really think about it, because like, what the fuck is this naked man doing? You see the muscles and tendons back and ass, and he's looking up at the sky. Like, what happened? Like, I do honestly believe that one might be the one where people are like, what? Okay, what is going on? But, for me, obviously 13. 17 looks pretty like, oh damn, is this like a war manga? What's going on?
17 is my backup because there's so many characters on it. They all look unique. You have certain characters looking in certain directions, and then you just got this suave guy at the bottom. It says Horizon.
4 as well. Like, why is his finger like, what's going on?
You got an eczema or something?
But yeah, obviously I agree. 10 is just like that's without question. Like, you look at that, you're like, whoa, what is this manga?
I mean, that's just a standard. Obviously, that's the highest one in our tier list. And I don't feel like, even like with us doing our averaging of our picks, I feel like 10 is our consensus number 1.
Yeah. Ooh, one day we definitely got to do a Sakamoto Days one. That one's going to be hard because all them covers look fire.
God.
That would actually be pretty hard to rank. I think our opinions will be different too. That's how good they all are.
You want to talk about dynamic, like, posing of characters on volume covers? Sakamoto Days just has it.
Yep. This is really good. Like, I don't think I've seen a bad one. I don't even know if I didn't put any of them in C tier. It'll probably only be like 1 or something. A and S.
Yep.
But what? Okay, guys, we can ask you this now. Then, what do you guys think the next tier list should be? Then, what do you guys want to see from Undead?
Yeah, we'll probably post community post, so you can vote in that as well. But just to give us kind of like an inkling of what you'd like us to do next, so we could do characters, both from Loop 101, Loop 100, or an averaging of the two. We could do a volume, like an actual volume contents ranking. We could do an arc ranking, negator power ranking. What else? Uma ranking.
Yep.
Ooh, fights. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that was on the tier list maker too.
I think so. Alves, is that public through tier list maker, or
it probably is. It's probably the one that we've seen. Because like just the fact that people are not like with Undead like that, it's a small world, right? You know, it really.
Lauren, we're doing that next week. A Pan-Panda ranking.
Wow.
Okay.
negate her abilities in terms of like which ones we like the most. Cause
like which one would we like to live with, or which one just like we think is the coolest?
Bet. Cause I'm about to say we're doing power scaling. I can't do that shit. Nope. Nope, not in this series.
No,
because
absolutely not.
everybody's broken as it just matchups matter. Like, no, I can't do that. Nope. If you ask me, yeah, no, hell no. No. But in terms of like how we like them, and yeah, that definitely. Fights though, that's a good one. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie, man. That Nico and Lon one was like, that might be my favorite one in the series. It was so different.
That one almost single-handedly, not to say I didn't like him previously, but that single-handedly, I think, put Nico in my top 5, solidified.
Yep. He redeemed himself, like completely,
and then some.
He even apologized about what he did last time, and it wasn't. I mean, it was him, but it wasn't him. You know, like it's not your fault either. What was another good one? Obviously, anything with like Fang, he's just.
I mean, Andy versus Billy was insane. Using those blood shadow clones.
I wonder if we can do like a. What about like a? I doubt that it's on there, but like a moments type one, like a. That'd be kind of hard.
That
to
one
make.
we might have to make,
yeah,
but
it'd be kind of hard to make too, in a way.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just have a stream talking about favorite, you know.
Sure.
It's like I don't know. In my mind, I just can't never forget about the Billy moment against Ruin. That was one of the most badass things in the manga. Like, and there's a lot of badass stuff.
Suffer humiliation.
He said, "I could use my ability on you. I despise you.
Yeah.
I don't have to force you to dislike me or force myself to like any of that. I don't have to do none of that, man." Damn.
Okay, guys, so once again, I'm just going to plug our Discord into the stream. Feel free to join if you have not already, or if you're watching this in post, maybe sometime down the line when we're reacting like 225, 250, so on and so forth. But anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here for today, Vontae?
Not really. Just once again, just letting you guys know there's a lot of content we got coming out in the summer. We're going to start Haikyuu. Pretty well within the next like month, something like that. So stay tuned for that. We still got My Hero Academia every Saturday. We're reacting to that. We just uploaded season 7, episode 10 yesterday. OP and ED are going to be coming out, but they're blocking everybody. Every YouTuber is getting clapped, but they gotta. There's a lot of editing you have to do if you want to make it. So we're just gonna wait it out until we get the clear. Still got One Piece live action in the tuck. Pluto, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, or Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. That's the other title.
Avatar: Last Airbender on Netflix.
Yep. And later on in the year, when Arcane comes back in November, we'll be on that. Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. Dadan. And I hear that's been really good too. I hear people talk about it like every week. So seems like
we really loved what Science Saru did with Scott Pilgrim's anime adaptation. That was fire.
Yep.
So if they bring that same color palette, musical OSTs to Dadan, it's going to be great.
Yep. And yeah, and then we'll go into the new year with Sakamoto Days early in 2025. So there's a lot of content you guys can look forward to. We also have some more manga read-throughs that we're eventually going to do, like Berserk. Is there anything else that we
were going to do Berserk. We were going to do Haikyuu. I think we were kind of like joking around about Kingdom. That's still a little ways off. But next year we also are going to do Fire Force. So Vontae has read that series to the end. I'm strictly anime only. But yeah, should be, like I said, great times until next year and beyond.
Yep.
Kaiju number 8. I'm reading that by myself. I love the first 2 volumes, so I'm going to continue that sometime later this month.
Yes, sir. And maybe eventually we might, like, once you catch up with One Piece, who knows? We might do something with One Piece. We might have a discussion or maybe a reaction. Why not? I don't mind. I honestly don't mind switching the reactions to this channel.
I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't think there's a lot of like dual reaction for the One Piece manga either. So we can do that in the future. Absolutely.
And then it can work out pretty well because we can probably do it. Maybe we could probably do it the same day as Undead on like Sundays, or figure out something else. If not, or we could just once again just have a discussion about it or whatever, or different mangas and whatnot. So
Chainsaw Man. How do we forget about that?
The movie, we'll be peeping that, and then after that we'll pretty much decide whether or not we're going to read it or keep with the anime. So we'll see you then. And we'll probably do a poll too to ask you guys if you want to, see us or read it with us or watch it with us.
Got Vinland Saga Season 3, Hell's Paradise Season 2,
Yep.
Invincible still going to be on the channel whenever it comes back. And then, we got some great stuff.
So, you want to send us off?
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us for the first weekly iteration of our reaction series to Undead Unluck. For the foreseeable future, we will be including tier list at the end of these because it's almost, 2 hours into the stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for chatting in the chat today. Lauren, good night. Vince, good night. Alves, welcome, hopefully, to our channel in the future. And as Vontae likes to say, stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. We'll see you in the next stream or video. Peace.
Peace.